Welcome back to Action Economy.
Hello!
Hey.
Yeah, I'll get this over with right away. Thanks to Syrinscape for the sound and music. There's a link in the description.
Wait, we're sponsored?
No.
Oh.
We have to give credit.
Oh.
That's the opposite of sponsor.
So, last time on Mists of Dread, you all went underneath the death house to investigate the strange happenings there. You put the two children, Rosavalda and Thornbolt, to rest, and found the sacrificial shrine of their family cult. In the dungeon, you found an intelligent sword that is currently judging you and refused to sacrifice someone on the altar. The shades of the cult were denied and angered and called on a shambling mound to attack you. Fortunately, with some quick thinking from Lucian and Sebastian's newfound transformation, you were able to escape from the chamber, pass through a shrine. You found a shrine to Strahd.
Somebody took a orb or whatever.
Yes, I was about to say that, but all of a sudden I got a buzzing sound from the sound system. Anyway.
There's a fly.
That was it.
No.
It's in the machine.
He's mic'd up.
He's our sponsor.
He's our sponsor.
While you guys were running, Rainier stole an orb from the shrine, and you all escaped into the house.
Oh, yeah.
The house was going crazy, but you managed to set a fire and escape. Once outside, you watched the house burn down as you all made your way to an alleyway and heard a voice say, "Well done." When you turned and looked, there was no one there. So you're all standing in an alleyway, and a bunch of stuff just happened.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, so I think you said this last time, but it looks like no time has passed. Like, really.
Not really, no.
No.
It doesn't seem like it.
But isn't it like evening now?
But little
which is
did you
when we
know,
were waiting?
20 years passed.
Oh my god. Wow.
You would think it would be.
Given
You would
where
think it
we
would
are.
be evening now. But enough time passed of you guys being in there that it should be later in the day. But it doesn't seem to be.
Because the mist.
Sebastian.
Not going to do the voice?
Are you...
No, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I gotta build into it.
Oh, okay.
So, Sebastian.
Good question.
I
I know we ran out, but I think I still am in my wolf form.
I don't think you changed.
4 people in
Are you? Is he still a wolf?
Is he?
dire wolf.
No, he shifted back.
Oh,
Yeah,
did he?
that's right.
Okay. So Rainier's gonna tap you on the shoulder, and is like, you are druid, correct?
I mean, you don't know exactly. You've heard of
I
things like
don't know exactly what I am. All I know is
Oh yeah, Austin's eyebrows was like...
Sebastian,
Mm.
he basically is going to kind of say this. I'll say this. Sebastian is going to say that. I'm sorry, brain not working. I don't know what I am, honestly. All I can tell you is that at one point I woke up and I had a weird language in my head and I could do spells. And I've been trying to figure out what I am.
So we have 2 party members with amnesia? Yes?
Well, for you, it's not amnesia. It's that you are missing a year that you vanished into the forest and don't know what happened during that time.
I will
So
say...
it's the-
I will say that doesn't sound exactly like a druid. It sounds a lot like a warlock to me. Demonic patron comes and offers you magical powers, and I've heard weird things can come from that.
I was just going to ask, you have turned into a direwolf. I would very much like to see one. I wanted to know where you saw one.
Did you
If you remember.
Did you transform, or did that just happen?
He felt something and then transformed.
Well, yeah, I'm in character. I'm asking him if he actively did that
Gotcha.
skill, or if it's just something that kind of popped up.
Honestly, I felt when we were in the house and we saw that room with all the wolves in there, I felt something click. I didn't register what it was until everyone was in danger, and I don't know, I just wanted to make sure everyone was safe, and I transformed.
Those were just regular wolves in that room, though, right?
Yes.
Yes, but if these are druidic powers, the strange language and the powers seem to fit with druid, you would have had to seen a direwolf to be one. Those were regular wolves. If you do not remember, it is okay. I just would have very much liked to see one.
Well, if I remember where I've seen it, I will tell you.
That would be appreciated. We should probably leave the scene of the burning house. I do not know if there are guards here, but I would not want to chance it.
Yeah, just as of note, you have not noticed anyone responding to this building burning down. And in fact, the houses that are next to it don't seem to be catching.
It is weird and creepy. We will leave.
Yes. Has anyone else noticed the fact that it seems like it's still midday, or not midday, it was early morning, actually, is when we left, right?
Mm-hmm. It's still pretty early.
No time seems to have passed. We were in there for a decent amount of time.
A whole 2 episodes. Not in character.
Yeah. Where... Okay,
The entire place seems weird and like normal laws do not apply.
You did mention that you had a working theory that we might not be in our own dimension?
Oh, we are absolutely not in the same place, we believe. This is not our Barovia, or at least not mine. I came from Barovia. I know what it is like. I know what the people there are like. I know what everything there is like. I've been there recently. This is not it.
I also have recently passed through here. All of you saw me on the way. I was leaving this place.
Tom, I'm going to describe the Barovia that I know to him. Would he recognize everything?
Is that the Barovia that I saw when I came through?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Okay.
Okay, then this is not our Barovia, at least.
Yeah.
This is a different one.
It's definitely somewhere else. Possibly even a pocket dimension, like you suggested.
But why we are here, why we can get here, and why Strahd is here, I do not know.
Well, it seems pretty... The Vistani said that they could pass through the mists, and that seems to be a somewhat oppressive, hard-set edge here. So, potentially they're the ones that set this up? I don't
Maybe.
know why.
Perhaps it is the...
I do not find that likely.
Why not?
It just doesn't seem right.
Perhaps they said that Strahd was cursed, and Strahd is the ruler of this place, as seen in the note.
Yeah.
As seen on TV. That's where my
Perhaps.
mind went.
If he's cursed, then maybe this is all set up to keep him here?
Yes, I was thinking that
That seems likely to me.
if the Vistani are behind the mists and they can pass through them, perhaps they have created this place to keep him from doing damage to the outside world.
Cages are generally made for animals and criminals, so...
Perhaps we cast Remove Curse, and we can now go home.
Oh man, why hasn't anyone thought of this?
I believe we were supposed to meet with the Vistani later, and I believe the Vistani leader was going to explain more.
We are going there now, actually.
I hope this whole kerfuffle and everything doesn't mess up all of our internal clocks.
I think we are all pretty fucked up at this point.
Alright.
I would not worry about sleep schedules.
By the way, the sword's still following us?
Yes, the sword is still.
We're just
What
gonna,
do we do about this
we're
thing?
just gonna stroll up in the camp like, hey guys, we got a sword following us
I
now.
was going to just let it, because I don't want it to stab me. Hello, sword, do you have a name?
The sword?
Yeah.
We're all
Sword
looking,
judges you.
We're all looking intently at the sword.
Do you have a name?
It cleanses and stabs us.
The sword just floats there.
Menacingly.
It's not particularly menacing, no.
As menacing
you
as
like-
a sword can be, I
Okay,
guess.
I mean, a sword can be pretty menacing.
okay, can you do tricks? Can you...
Are you
okay,
treating it as
You're
a pet?
provoking it.
spin,
Sit.
He's like, come here, sword.
spin,
Come here, sir.
can your name be Andy?
Not what I wanted.
Spin counterclockwise if no. Spin clockwise if yes.
The sword spins. You say clockwise for no or clockwise for yes?
Clockwise for yes.
Counterclockwise.
Excalibur.
How sentient is
Demon Slayer 5000?
Pretty apparently.
Continues turning counterclockwise.
Does anyone have any sort of...
What is a good name for a sword?
So, wait, no, I cast Identify in this thing. It has a name, doesn't it?
It does.
What was it called?
The Penitent Blade.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
that
just
is
call it
not a
Penny.
name.
Penny!
Would you like to...
Can we call you Penny?
Penny.
It doesn't respond.
While they're
I'm going with
doing
Penny.
this, I'm going to look
Sorry.
out the alley.
I'm going with Penny. Come on, Penny.
Okay.
I'm going to look out the alleyway. What else is going on around the town? Apart from the burning building.
Not much. People seem to be pretty quiet. There are some people coming out of their houses and doing stuff, and
People having conversation with each other, or does it seem like
very
everybody's...
quietly, and they all kind of like look at you guys and keep their distance. No one wants to stand near you.
Yeah, we're outside, so I've got my
Fair,
hood
we
up,
do have
my
a floating
clothes.
sword with us.
But you do hear something in the distance. Somewhere in the town, you hear like a woman's voice, like selling something that seems a little bit odd for how quiet everyone seems around here. And just pulling a cart or something, you hear the squeaking wheels.
I'll turn back around to the
Do you
group
think
and-
this is a scam too?
What?
Is a woman selling the things?
Oh, maybe.
It's a ways away, but it's one of the loudest things that you can hear.
Who knows? Weren't we invited to go and speak to somebody?
We are going to speak to the leader, but it is happening...
No, not
Didn't
with
somebody
the
ask for
Vistani.
our help? Like
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
The
guy.
Burgermeister, if I'm remembering correctly.
His
Or
son.
his son.
Yeah.
Is
Where was
it-
that? Where were we?
Is it not along the way?
Yeah, we were on our way.
It's not along the way. You would head back to the inn and then go... Oh, the mission was on the way.
Yeah.
But if you were to head back to the inn, you'd then have to go further to get to the house. But yeah.
The house is along the way, though, right?
Along the way towards the
The Vistani.
No. To go meet this guy, it's in town here.
Oh. So let's go do that.
Yeah.
I
Guess
think
so.
I think we were going to do that, but then got distracted by the children.
Yeah. Well, at least they're put to rest now.
Okay, so
Hopefully.
Let us go.
as you start walking down that way, you get walking down most of the way down the road, and you turn and you can see down the street. There's a big mansion at the end of the street, and as
As we're walking, I would like to do a perception check to see if anybody's following us.
go ahead.
And I want to talk to Lucian. Like, I pull him back to the back of the group, and I ask him. Well, I tell him, like, how did you do that thing with your hands? Did you see like how I did that with the lights or whatever? How did you do that?
Lucian, you recognize that this is the sign of someone who is a sorcerer like you, but isn't trained, hasn't learned like how to cast spells properly and do things in a particular way.
I explained it to her.
Yeah, so as you're walking, he sort of like helps you understand how to tap into that. You have like a reservoir of magic within you. As he does, you start picking up some of the ways you can manipulate it a little bit and do some stuff. That'll be your meta magic. But you also have this pool of energy in you that you can use.
Probably being a bit of a know-it-all, if I'm anywhere near them while they're talking about this, I'm going to start like interjecting like wizard theory stuff into it. Of like, well, this scientist said this thing about magic and magical theory and stuff like that, and how ley lines and
Ley lines. So,
but I rolled a 9. I imagine that even if somebody was following us, I didn't see.
you don't see anything. However,
You don't see anything.
Where'd the sword go? Where'd you guys go?
Where am I?
as
You
you
don't see anybody, but
approach
you're still interrupting our conversation.
as you approach the mansion, you see this weird-looking mansion squatting behind a rusting iron fence. The gates look like they've been twisted and torn, but someone's been fixing them lately.
Does this place look particularly like weathered as opposed to anywhere else?
Okay, it looks like it's been... I'll go through the full description. It looks like a bunch of stuff has happened to it, and it's been steadily repaired, like, recently, like in the past couple days. So the iron gates of the thing look like they've been ripped apart, and then whoever took it is just, like, kind of put them together as best they can to try to get them back on. There's,
Are there any type of like markings? Like sometimes like wealthy people have like symbols of their family crest
yes,
or whatever.
there is a crest for the Burgermeister. It's of the town.
Have we seen it before? Does anybody recognize it?
You've not seen it on anything specifically, but you recognize this is the type of crest thing that you would expect for like official business. Most likely they put a seal on important letters. This is basically like the mayor of the town.
Did we
Is
see it
it-
on those letters that we read in the house?
The letter that from the house had
Strahd.
seal. Yeah. Wait, was it Strahd seal?
There was
Yeah.
another
Yes.
one too, though.
There was another seal, and that was the one of the family in the house. It had the windmill on it.
Oh yeah.
Is it locked, and is there anyone around?
You don't see anyone around outside. The gate is not locked. But as you approach the house, you can kind of see that, like, there were a bunch of weeds all over, but someone's been in the process of cleaning them up. And, there are, like, heavy claw markings that have stripped off, like, nice finish off the walls. Though it looks like someone's been steadily putting that back. And, there's, like, burn damage that's been done to this place that also is in the process of being repaired. And there's clearly some like stuff put in to fix like broken windows and stuff. And
So it's like gate, and then further up is house.
yes,
Alright, I'm gonna have my metal gauntlet and like kind of knock on the gate.
it opens as you hit it.
Oh. More
Make a perception check.
more wandering into strangers' houses.
This isn't their house. It's
This
just
is
the
gate to get
courtyard.
in the courtyard.
Oh, well, I thought we passed the gate.
12.
So
Okay,
It's
so
judgmental. Just
as
with
you're
your
going,
sword.
you see like there's lots of wolf paw prints and human footprints, and it's weird that are all around here. It's kind of strange that there's just a lot of traffic around this house for some reason. But you do also catch a glimpse of
Wait,
you
like
see,
the footprints don't go up to the door; they just go like around the
Yes.
courtyard. Okay.
You do see a figure, like just briefly. You see someone look out. Looks to be an older man.
Mm-hmm.
Who looks out one of those side windows and sees you out there.
Yeah. before I enter or anything, I'm gonna pull the gate back a little bit and actually rap on it with my armored hand.
Well, it's the gate's a good distance away from the door. It's normal that you would go through the gate, walk up to the door, and knock on that.
Okay. I'll go up and I'll be like, hello? We have been invited by, I believe, the son to come here. And assist with a problem.
This building's in the middle of town?
It is on the west end. No, it's in the south end of town.
How much distance is there between this building and other ones? Is there a good amount of distance?
Okay, so...
Or is it...
It's not a huge distance. It's just on the edge of town. So it's got a lot of space around it. Mm-hmm. There's no houses to the side or behind it. But directly in front, if you're standing in front of the house, off to the left, there's a smaller, building, which is clearly, part of the grounds. And then right next to that building is the road into town that way. There's also the road directly behind you into town. So, basically, after a couple seconds, the door opens, and a woman, opens the door and looks out at you. You're kind of surprised. She looks like she's been through a lot, and but she almost looks kind of bored. But she looks out and she looks at each of you. Her eyes kind of looking at the guy with the hood over his head, at Lucas. And interestingly enough, she actually looks kind of similar to Rainier in terms of facial features and hair color and stuff like that. And she looks at each of you and is like, "Can I help you?"
What was the guy's name?
Ismark.
Ismark. We met a man named Ismark in the tavern. He requested assistance, and we have come to... What did he say to us, exactly?
Wasn't it something about his sister?
He said that he wanted you to help protect his sister by taking her to another town. Specifically the town of, I believe it is Valaki.
And when, while heading to Valaki, is the camp for the Vistani along the way? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. He wanted us to protect his sister and deliver her to Valaki.
She looks at you for a second, and then kind of rolls her eyes and says, "Hold on a moment." Shuts the door for a second. You hear her yell, "Ismark!" And,
Mom! I'm playing World of Warcraft.
A few minutes later, the door opens again, and Ismark's there and says, "Ah, you came! Thank you. Please, why don't you..." And she stops him, covers her mouth, and says, "Be careful how you say that." And turns and looks at each of you, and looks at Lucas, and is like, would you mind removing your hood for a moment?"
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it off.
Okay.
She screamed.
Wow.
Wow.
There's got to be some shocking reveal. You're dead! Or something.
She does react, and she looks confused. She looks almost like she recognizes you, but then she's looking closer, and she's like, "Who are you?"
Him?
Don't know. Lucas.
My name is Lucas. I was traveling around, and I got picked up by the Vistani.
He has amnesia.
Well, you don't need to tell everyone
But hold on. She has recognition in her eyes. She may know you.
I don't know if it's recognition. I've seen that look in a lot of people's eyes.
She pulls up what looks to be a letter of some kind and is looking over it, and she says, Lucas Godfrey?
Yes.
She looks confused, puts the letter away, and,
Well, do you know me?
no, I got a letter, and I was told that, well, not to be too surprised when I saw you. I didn't believe it would actually...
Who sent you this letter?
She looks around and is like, does notice some people, like, on the edges, like, nearby looking at her, and she's like, would you all come inside?
Yes, please.
And Ismark's like, oh, so you can do it. And, you walk inside, and as you go in, an older man starts walking over the inside of this place.
Real quick, does this place look familiar?
Not really, no. The interior is well furnished, shows a lot of signs of great wear. There's some clear, like, windows that there's boards lying near the windows, as if they were boarded up and it's now been pulled down. Mm-hmm. And there's, like, piles of holy symbols, where, like, they were clearly, like, stacked around. You know how it's sort of like someone was really fortifying this place against vampires, and then decided for some reason not to do so.
Okay, well, here's a question.
Weird.
Are the holy symbols the same holy symbols that I have with me?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
Which
On
holy?
your cloak, or do you have?
No, I have
Which deity
a holy
are they
symbol
to?
with me in my inventory.
Make a religion check.
Can I also make a religion check?
Yes.
15.
15? You do recognize quite a few of them. Various deities. A lot of them that you don't recognize.
Who are these symbols to?
16.
16?
I
You're
also
the
rolled
same.
15.
Was that?
Said I also rolled 15.
Oh.
And various deities.
Do you know them all?
Well, I don't. I'm sorry, but I really don't feel like now is.
That's true, but find
I
about your
have a
past.
question.
From a DM's perspective, various, in out-of-game, various ones from various settings, not just Ravenloft, not just the one you're from, all sorts of deities. Yeah, a lot of them you don't recognize. If she does list them, if she does list some of them, you don't recognize some of them, you don't know who they are. Alright, so,
it is not important. We must find out Lucas.
I have a yes.
Right,
I
what
have a
else does the
question.
letter say?
What year is it?
Oh yeah, I'm super interested in that too.
alright, so, interior of this place, holy symbols, and you were asking about...
What year is it?
Okay, she says 751. That's the current year.
It's the current year.
It's the current year?
Yeah.
Big look at each other.
Yeah. Are you from Barovia? Is this Barovia?
She gives you an odd look, and
It would make sense if you were in our shoes, trust me.
so all the people to ask this of. Where does it say? I need more information on her. Where is her?
While he's looking, I just want to say that Jesse got us all Strahd pop figures, so now Strahd is watching us as we play.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
D20s
Yes, it
here.
comes with a D20.
that are cursed by Strahd.
Actually,
And they're
my D20 is pretty good. It's mid-roll.
Shut your mouth.
Strahd likes me, I'm royalty.
Before Strahd claims it all.
Strahd will now watch us.
So
And where can you get these?
anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not.
And
Wherever
everywhere
pop
pop
figures
figures
are
are
sold.
sold. Thank you from our sponsor.
Not sponsored. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Maybe if we just say it, they'll sponsor us.
No.
That's how
Is that how it
sponsors
That's a
work.
cease and desist.
No.
That's how that's what you get.
If you're lucky.
So yeah, buy the pop figure for the D20.
We're
and throw the
sponsoring
rest of
them.
it away.
Expensive D20.
Yep. Worth it though.
Okay, so I'm not sure if this is accurate. I may have to re-edit this out later if I find out I'm wrong.
Wow.
So, Irina is adopted.
Does she tell us this?
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, I'm not from here. I grew up here for the most part, but they found me wandering in the forest when I was
Wow.
younger.
They found me wandering in the forest too.
Your parents from here?
She's secretly your sister. Dun, dun, dun.
You mean my adopted father? And she gestures to the older man who's been walking slowly into the room.
Yes. Are you from here?
Yes. Taxidermy man.
You, you have lived here all your life, yes?
Yes. And give me 1 second to pull him up real quick. My name is Kolyan Indirovich. I am the burgomaster of this town.
And, just to be clear, the year?
751.
Interesting.
Just imagine being a
I know
person and
that-
you tell them the year and they're like, interesting. And you're like,
I know
the fuck
that...
you mean?
Excuse me?
I know that we seem strange with this, but surely you must know that the entire... everything here is strange.
Well, yes, there is a curse on this land. You see, this place is cursed. My daughter has been tormented over the past weeks by a vampire.
Strahd?
The very one.
He is
Oh.
cursed too.
Quite. He has been draining the lifeblood of my people for over 400 years. And I thought that my dear Irina would have died from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He is very powerful. He actually points to a letter that he's writing, and he says, I had meant to send this letter, which was to say, to give us up for dead and protect this land, keep that no one enter it. Although things are confusing now.
I'll say.
I was going to say that once we had all died, people could come here and see what else is left, but this place, it is cursed.
Why was Strahd so interested in your daughter?
Wait. Before we get into this, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have just glossed over the fact that you may know Lucas. He has amnesia, and if you're looking to help him, do you know him?
Keep on forgetting the name of the town that I was found outside of.
We'll go with Mordenshire for now. I might have said something different earlier, but you
Yeah.
were found in Morden.
Yeah.
He looks at you. You do bear some vague similarities to... Well, you have Barovian features, but not quite native Barovian. More of the nobility of old.
Do you know anything about dreams? Or,
Not much.
is
no.
there anything about the royalty here that has something to do with dreams? Or anything like that?
Well, there is not much that I can think of having to do with dreams. This place is not It can cause nightmares for people. Naturally, given the way it is. I'm sure you've wandered around some.
One more question. Do you know anything, or can you give us any information about the Vistani? They seem to be rather withholding of their information, or at least they are trying to hold back from explaining too much until we meet with their chief or leader.
When you say Vistani, he spits and says, "They are the servants of Strahd, of the demon. They're his spies and his servants. It was their very people that assaulted this house under the guise of night, with assistance from his dark creatures. Though they also deliver the letter," and points to Irina.
That letter.
When did you receive the letter?
A couple days ago. And she pulls out a letter, and
I'll ask if I can see it.
she hands you the letter, and it is definitely it's the same writing that you saw in the other letter.
Okay. Is it similar to that letter, or
It's
is
the
it the same? Okay.
So this is what the letter says. My dear Irina, I'm afraid I must apologize for my recent actions, and I feel that I owe you some form of explanation for both my pursuit and their recent cessation. In addition, I have an offer for you that may be of interest. I was once in love with a woman named Tatiana. She was a bright spirit beyond the others in Barovia, the treasure of the valley. However, she died the same night as my cursed brother Sergei. For years I have been alone, waiting for a glimpse of her spirit. When I first saw you, Irina, I was struck. You had the same voice, the same face, the same graceful body. I saw in you Tatiana come to life again. I was absolutely witless from astonishment. Of course, I acted on this knowledge, as you well know. In my impassioned haste, I met with you that first night and was fully convinced that you were Tatiana reincarnated. However, the fear you showed upon our second meeting sparked some doubts in me. I sought out some mystical confirmation of my assumptions. They did not confirm my suspicions. You are not my Tatiana reborn. Obviously, this is cause for embarrassment on my part, though my assumptions were understandable in the circumstance. However, what's done is done, and you have felt my embrace twice. A third meeting, and the transformation will be complete. If you should desire it, I will complete the transformation. But I will not pursue you any longer. Lord of Barovia, Strahd von Zarevich. And then hastily written underneath that is a note, and it's like a P.S. And he says, "There are several people who are coming into this land, I have been told, and each of them has their own reasons for being here. If they should approach you, know that they do not work for me." And there is a very odd little sketch of Lucas.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Lucas, I'm gonna have been reading over your shoulder unless
Yeah.
you stop me.
No,
Alright.
go ahead.
There's a lot of fucking names that was just dropped and events and stuff that were just dropped there.
Yes.
I want to roll history to see if I recognize any of them from my studies of Barovia.
All right.
Do you recognize?
Ooh. 20.
20. Okay. So, 400 years ago
Uh-huh.
was the massacre at Castle Ravenloft. From what you understand, this is when that one family, I can't remember what they are off the top of my head.
I got it. Pins. Oh, shit.
Well, they attempted to murder Strahd and his family and everyone in the castle.
Delisnia.
Yeah, the Lisnius. They tried to murder everyone in the castle. And it's also the night that there were... Because the two brothers, you had Strahd von Zarevich and his much younger brother, Sergei von Zarevich, were in the castle. And in the morning, everyone was dead. And overnight, mists came into the land. Everything was covered in fog. And then when the fog cleared, the castle was deserted except for the bodies.
And Strahd wasn't there?
Strahd was not there, no.
Alright.
You don't know about anyone named Tatiana. You'd assume that Sergei was the high priest of a religion in the area at the time. I believe it was the Morning Lord was the god that served. I could be wrong on that.
Is this...
Yeah, I'll bring out the previous letter and point out that...
But I know that... Wait. I know that Strahd was the person ruling the land 400 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll pull out the other letter and I'll point out to you that they're written by the same person.
Yes. I have reason to believe that people that have affected me may be the culprits of the curse that is affecting you. Everyone.
He's a little, like, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but...
I know you don't. What would 400 years ago be? What year?
351?
Does the year 351 mean anything to anyone here?
Let me check real quick.
I'm waiting for this to have like the music and stuff to it. Because I'm in my head, I'm imagining like stings and stuff whenever, like a discovery or a question is asked.
It's not that.
I know. And that's what's in my head.
Does the year
in animation,
351
it's
mean
shot.
anything to you? Da-na-na-na.
And then in an animated version, it's like you see Strahd on the piano.
Yeah.
Or it's like the little animated Legend of Zeldas, where it's like da-na-na-na-na-na.
It's 351. Actually, maybe that's the wrong year. Sorry, it was the year 350.
Alright, well, does the year 350 mean anything?
Oh, sorry, no, it is 351.
Okay, 350. Whatever the year is.
Yeah.
We just do that sometime already.
No, like that. He says that was the year that the mist enveloped Barovia.
So, the people here, they do not seem... I've been told that it's the year 351 by other people here, correct?
No.
Oh. Fuck.
This is the first time we've asked anyone what year it was.
Okay. So
No, it's the year 751.
Okay.
And you've heard that in where you were before. When you were wandering through Barovia before, they're like, yeah, everyone was still staying at 751. And now that you're here, it's still 751.
Okay. So, Strahd has been the ruler for all this time, correct?
Yes.
Since that year?
Yes, he is.
Now, should I turn to the rest of the party. Should I try to explain things?
I feel like now's not the best time for this. A lot of this seems to be very... This all seems to be very personal. we came here for a reason. We came here to offer protection, to bring this young lady from this house to, what was the name of?
Valaki.
Valaki?
Yeah, the town of Valaki.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't need to go.
Do you not wish
'cause
to
the
go?
letter says I'm not going to pursue you anymore. Like,
Do you not wish to go?
I would rather stay here with my father.
Then that is what will happen. I will not force somebody to do something that they do not wish.
So there's a little bit of a back and forth argument between the three of them, and it just comes down to a matter of that Irina is getting the feeling that the letter's telling the truth and that it's fine. And Ismark is like, we can't take any chances. You should go to Valaki.
Here
What
is
waits for her in
something though.
Valaki? What waits for her in Valaki?
Nothing waits for her in Valaki, but Valaki is well defended and it's much further away from Castle Ravenloft. This town, you can see Castle Ravenloft from this house.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Valaki, you're going around a mountain and outside of like the main borders of Barovia.
If there's no assurance there, then I feel as though it would be pointless to send her off.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
What reason would Strahd have to lie?
you have
And
fended
also-
them off before.
If what they say about Strahd is true, then sending her to Valaki is not going to do much.
You have fended them off before. You have successfully repelled any invaders that have come for her. If, in
Well,
fact,
I don't know about that.
It's not...
The letter does mention that she'd been embraced twice already.
Yeah,
From-
Strahd has gotten to her twice. And...
I thought that was like a willing meeting.
No.
Oh.
No, that means like a vampire's embrace.
Well, I know that. It is pointless to force somebody to go to a place that we do not know that is even 100% safe.
And I know this is just the opinion of a group of strangers that have come into your house. But it feels like a
Strangers.
waste of energy.
Strangers that know a thing or two, and we have a famous monster hunter with us.
but I'm
Oh, yeah.
confused because what's the town name? Valaki?
Valaki.
Isn't Valaki where the Vistani want us to go? And aren't the Vistani people who work for
It's
Strahd?
this-
So why would she want to go to the...
It's
It's
in
on
the
the
same
way.
direction, but there's a town, not a town, there's a camp that the Vistani are going to, and then you would continue on much further to
Do
get
they
to the
trust the
that is-
Vistani?
No.
That's correct. We are going towards Valaki with the Vistani since they want to speak with us. And now, learning all this information,
As soon as you say that, both Koligan and Dirovich and Irina both turn and look at Ismark. And he's like, what? I didn't know they were going... And they just stare at him.
look.
If we weren't going with the Vistani, then how would we get there? Because I was under the assumption that they were the only ones that could actually get anywhere.
No, they
No,
can
they're
only
the
get
ones-
in and out of Barovia.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yeah.
I will say this. I believe that Irina should stay here because she does not wish to go to Valaki. It seems that Strahd will not pursue her, but I am intent on meeting Strahd. I will attempt to find and talk with him because I think that we would have some very interesting things to say to one another. Things about his past, things about my past, things about people we would know. I will ask him questions about Irina on your behalf and make sure he is not pursuing her when I do find him.
all of them kind of look at you with this sort of, like, look of, like, oh, another one. and Ismark
Lucian
will say,
flexes not.
Oh.
I can see that it would not be best for her to go with you to where you're going, but let me just tell you one thing. And this is advice I doubt you will listen, no one else ever has. Do not go and see Strahd.
Why?
Okay.
Okay, campaign over.
Yep.
He is a vampire, he is evil, and he has ways of getting whatever he wants from anyone. This place is cursed. It will not end well for you.
It is cursed, but
Have you
curses...
seen the ghosts?
Yes.
Those are all people like you. Some attempted to defeat him, some attempted to join him, and now they are cursed to walk from that graveyard to that castle every night.
They are not like me.
They are exactly like you.
Maybe in spirit.
I feel
But-
like now is not the time to be having an argument over this.
Look,
I apologize for the waste of time.
Every time you say something like that,
I am not looking...
Calling on the other guy is like, number 432.
Let's leave.
Yes, I believe you are correct. Stop trying to make your daughter go to places she does not want to. It will just make her want to stay more.
Okay, I'm kind of ushering us to go. But before we go, I'm going to ask the family, like, as I'm leaving, is what the Vistani say true, though? Are we trapped?
They're like, yes. Ever since the mist surrounded Barovia, no one can leave. Neither in death nor in life.
What does that mean?
Have a good night. I close the door. It's still daytime.
I
do not...
throw my hood back up, and I'll be like, let's go to the bar.
Look, I do not wish to be here. I do not wish to be in this town. I wish to speak to the Vestani.
Old woman pushing a cart. Dream pastries? Would anyone
Who
like
are you?
dream pastries?
Who are you?
What, pray tell, is a dream pastry?
So...
It sounds like something that will be 17 gold, probably.
Can I take a
Depends.
look at the
Likely.
cart real quick?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What's on
It just seems like it's made of like shrooms.
In my brain, I'm like, dream pastries, cool, you pay some money for it, they're super cheap, and then you get it, and it's like dirt or something.
So...
Dream up a pastry.
Yeah. Imaginary pastries.
Oh, no.
Oh boy, holographic meatloaf again.
I was gonna say, like, it's like Hook.
There are these pastries. They're like pies.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this old woman, who says, "My name is Morgantha. And I've come to sell my dream pastries. 1 gold piece for each."
Is that a lot for a pastry?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why is everything so...
magical? If you want to experience something amazing.
What does that mean? Is it drugs?
You can't see my face, but like you can feel the furrowed brow of like
What's that?
These will give you amazing dreams.
Can
A reprieve from the nightmares of this place.
I make any sort of arcana check or anything?
I do not believe you. Hold on, are you magic? Do you know magic?
Oh, no, of course not.
Is that how do you make the pastries? Dream.
Of course not.
No, we make
How do you
them
make the
with special
pastries?
materials and ingredients.
Drugs.
Mr. DM, I would like to make an arcana check.
Uh-huh.
See, are these real things that exist?
Go ahead.
9. I rolled a
You
3,
don't know.
because of course.
You don't know for sure. They're, this is something people do. and they make somewhat magical items that have odd effects. Out of random ingredients from the mountain. You could call it drugs, but people who
psychedelics. I'll start to walk past her and I'll say, "Thank you, but I don't have a gold piece."
I have
Free
no
for you
need.
today.
I have no need
Don't
for
worry,
these.
buddy. I got you. No.
make a perception check.
She really starts being extra pushy.
8.
Is this for everyone or
Yes,
What
everyone.
are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
I have no need for dream-enhancing
21
pastries.
total.
21.
Especially ones that cost
Oh,
an
boy.
entire gold piece.
That's a 5.
Why
13?
Okay.
Please hold.
this place is just trying to rob me legally.
21.
All right. So
I know those
21s, you manage.
I made them.
You start noticing that people have this weird, guilty look nearby who are looking at her. You see that she has sold some to several people who seem to be just like in a trance after they've finished eating it. And there's one or two other people who have one. And there's other people who like look at her and look at the pies and look like they want to get one, but then like walk away. It's odd.
This is just drugs. We will go. We will go. We do not need the drugs.
Come on, winners don't do drugs.
I think we should do it.
No.
No.
What are you talking about? Give me a gold. You do not deserve it.
You're like,
I will-
clearly
I-
you are a gambler.
I will watch your spending. Give me your gold.
This is like deja vu way back when.
Has nobody taught you economics?
I mean, is this an economics issue or is this a drug addict issue?
Don't buy drugs.
Do not buy drugs. Do not
Cut
spend.
the economy.
Here's two pieces of advice from me. Do not buy drugs. They will get you addicted and you will spend too much money on them. And 2, do not spend an entire gold piece on a single pie. That is
somebody
ridiculous.
still hanging around?
No, she's moved on.
Okay.
Goodbye,
It'd be really
drug
funny
lady.
if you're just standing there in front of her
What
arguing.
if we all pitched in and split one?
No, that is just drugs. That is breaking rule number 1.
I mean, it's
Okay.
one gold. How are we gonna split one gold?
No! Split the pie!
I'll start pointing out the people
Well, we
that are
said
in
we
a
all
trance.
pitch in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pointing
One
all the
gold's
people
got
that are in a
probably
trance.
silvers,
Look, this
we only have gold.
bronzes.
this entire place is ultra depressing. We will just let them be addicted to drugs.
You're not a little
Sebastian,
curious.
Yeah.
what's
No.
your passive?
I'm magic. I
insight?
do not need drugs.
Site.
Clearly, I'm magic too.
Then you do not
We
need
need that
them
on the
either.
t-shirt. I'm magic. I don't need drugs.
I'm
I'm
15.
sure everyone here is
15?
magic.
You have a weird suspicion about this. That there's something
What was your
more
perception
to
roll?
this.
8.
You should literally be like, what's mine?
There's something
No, I
off
just don't
about
know anything about it. I think they're drugs.
it. Yeah. You kind of have a feeling that maybe you should like keep an eye on her.
Looking at him
Look.
staring at the old lady, I'm going to lean over and ask, do you think you can keep her distracted?
For what? Are you stealing the drugs? What are you talking about?
You're not part of this conversation. I'm whispering over here.
Yes.
Telepathy. No.
Like dark vision, you
I
have
feel
dark
like I
hearing.
can keep her distracted for a little bit, but there is something definitely off about her.
Okay.
You and I are just arguing about the economy.
Give me your gold.
It won't take. It'll just be a second. Just keep her not looking at me.
Do not spend money
I-
here. It is
I'm
a
gonna
ripoff.
approach the
All
lady.
of it.
Okay.
And
I changed your mind.
I'm going to,
Seven.
I'm
I
going
have
to
one.
come over.
You have addressed it?
you know, I just wanted to take a closer.
I wasn't
I'm
gonna
sorry.
tell you.
I'm sorry.
God
sorry,
damn
sorry. I was just curious more about them because I've never seen or heard of these before.
While he does that, I'm going to slowly walk over to the other side so that she has to be facing away from one of us, preferably facing away from me. And when she is, I'm going to cast Purify Food and Drink on the cart. And yeah, then I will continue to walk around the other way and come back.
You just ruined her supply of drugs.
You just ruined everybody's fun.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. This is gonna go horribly. This is the time when the dice will ruin me.
The dice will ruin you, or you will ruin. 1.
So I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 5. Makes it 6.
Oh boy.
Okay.
She goes, get away from my couple.
She
Perception check 21. Every other roll? No, below 5 there, my guy.
I mean, we can only hope that you roll a 1.
No, she, when you start walking around and you turn and face the cart and start casting, she turns and her eyes snap to you and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Hey! What are you doing?
Can we make like a distraction check?
I mean,
No.
yeah.
Why are you fucking with the cart?
That's what he was trying to do.
I'm purifying this food.
Why? Why?
He stands there with his hands on his hips, cape fluttering in the back.
Are you trying to ruin my business? What are you doing with this?
Look, we know she is a drug peddler. And honestly, I think some of the people here need that.
She starts pushing the cart further away.
I really, really don't think people need that.
In the super depressing land where ghost children lead you into a house to get killed?
Yeah,
Or
we
join
need
a
it.
cult?
I will point him at the people that now look dead inside
They're just
and are just staring off into space.
And they're having a great time. They'll come back to themselves. That's how drugs work.
I like how
Now,
like not even a minute ago you were going on about how don't buy drugs.
Yeah, we should not buy the drugs because it is stupid, but they are just peasants sitting here doing nothing except being
Question.
sad.
how far away is she?
She's getting further away.
Is she within 20 feet?
Yeah.
Would you say that she is hostile towards...
No.
No. Okay.
Just leave
Annoyed? Yes.
Just leave the drug peddler alone. We do not need to fix all of the small
Well,
issues in this
she's
town.
gone, so
She's not quite gone.
My
She's
idea
going
was to
Is
use
she in
calm
front of us?
emotions on
No,
her.
she's gone.
then she's gone.
She's going into the fog further away, and she seems to be going up to a particular house, like way down the street. Now that she seems to be out of view.
Let's follow her.
Why?
No.
What are you
No.
doing? What are you
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
use
What
detect
else are we
thoughts on
doing
her.
all
Oh,
afternoon
okay.
before our cart leaves?
It's just not stalking people, maybe.
So real quick,
Coming from the person who breaks in.
real quick.
That wasn't me. That was.
So the one official human,
Heyo.
Sebastian, you don't see this, but the rest of you can kind of see through the mist better than a person can. None of you are like have really said this to each other, or are even. No one's really like aware of this. But all of
we're
you,
kind of aware of the fact when we went into the
no, you lit a lamp.
yeah, we lit a lamp, and I outwardly stated that I was seeing things past the lamp.
Okay.
At the very
In any
least,
case.
at the very least, they know that I can see things in the dark.
As soon as the rest of you see that as she goes up to one of the houses, everyone around just sort of like looks away and like goes into their own homes.
Let us just go to the Vestani, have a nice time in the bar, and then leave in the afternoon. We do not need to fight the ghost children. We do not need to buy the drugs. We do not need to do any of this. I do not want to stalk people and follow them to their homes. Or try to steal a cart of drugs, or try to purify the cart of drugs.
I still want to use detect thoughts on her.
Go ahead and use if you're going to use it, use it.
Yeah, I'm using it. Do I need to do anything for that?
I am pretty sure that is illegal, but okay.
I didn't say that out loud.
Oh.
Just all of a sudden we see him like do this.
It's like an anime character. Detect thoughts.
Is it? Wait. What spell components is
It's a
the
save
spell?
of Wisdom 13.
What?
13? She fails.
Nice.
Hey, what components are detect thoughts? Do you have to do somatic?
It says there's
Verbal?
a copper piece.
No, like verbal, somatic.
It doesn't. I don't see anything.
There should be just like letters.
VSM.
All of them?
That's what it says.
Verbal somatic material.
So I see him casting this spell.
Make an Arcana check to recognize the spell then.
Oh.
Yeah, stop trying to ruin everybody's fun.
22.
He's casting Detect Thoughts.
This is illegal. Wait, is it illegal? Is it illegal?
When did you get the legal code of Barovia?
Well, would it be illegal where I'm from?
In my
It's
Barovia.
not many people can do it, so it's not exactly heavily regulated.
I'm
It should be illegal.
I'm gonna roll my eyes. I'll be like, leave the drug peddler alone.
I'm just gonna go to the bar.
Well, hold on.
I kind of want to see what he has.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out here.
I used a level 2 spell slot for this.
Oh.
We're probably gonna rest though. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm out of spells.
It's Strahd.
In disguise.
Listen.
That's how I
Strahd and drag.
So, at first, you get the surface thoughts, and you get this strong sense of greed and hunger, and she's got this strong desire for something. And after a couple seconds, you're like, time to go collect my payment kind of thoughts going into the house. And right off the bat, the first thing you see is that the payment is a small child.
Okay.
All right.
So wait, you're dealing with this, and you're like, oh my god. And I'm like, leave the drug peddler alone. What are you doing?
She's taking a child.
What?
She, you know immediately that she is a hag. She's a night hag.
As opposed to a day hag.
Don't quit your day job.
Oh no.
So, night hags, you know about. They are fiends. They're evil. They're resistant to cold, fire, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
That's a lot of resistances.
Silver gets by them. They're vulnerable to silver. They're immune to being charmed. They can see in the dark up to 120 feet, and they are pretty tough, but they're generally good in groups. And so, like, they're evil. They like stealing souls, and they can sometimes steal people's soul while they dream.
Oh.
You're classy.
But yeah, they used to be of the Feywild, but the Night Hags were exiled to the lower planes, the Hells, because of stuff they did. And typically that means they're not native to a regular plane of existence, but they're bad, evil things. And if one's getting a child, most likely they're going to use it for something very, very evil that will involve the torture and death of that child.
Oh,
Possible eating of.
I expressed to everyone that this is a hag and that she is collecting payment, quote unquote, that is a child.
okay. So
So much for your drug peddler theory.
okay. So
I
maybe
mean, it's kind of right.
I
She
mean,
uses it to.
It is it is a drug peddler, but there's more. Okay, now we go kill her.
That drug peddling hag, she deserves it.
And you do not eat the drugs that the night hag offers you.
Okay.
She probably has money.
We should take that.
Yeah. Let's go. that saves this child and steals the night hag's drug money.
I mean,
This is
We
not
high-five.
at all where I
Yeah.
expected this to go.
this is.
We do a ruse, yes. If you do, what is a weak against?
Silver.
Do I have silver?
That was the only thing it was weak against, right?
Can I
We're
like?
gonna get in a fight with this man?
Silver bypasses their resistance to
Okay.
weapons. However, they're resistant to cold and fire. In terms of like, so if you use
Is there a
magic on them-
specific weakness?
No, not a specific weakness. Only that silver and magic bypasses their
Can I
bypass their
like?
defenses.
Can I get a sock and put a bunch of silver coins in it?
No.
Oh. Okay. I have chromatic orb. I will use lightning damage to kill her.
Wait, can we
What a
still see her?
coincidence! So do I.
Can we still see her?
Yeah, she's a ways off, but
Yeah.
I thought she
she's
went into Sunhouse.
I will.
she's
I-
knocking
getting
on
ready
this
to.
house. She's not going
We should
in.
probably hurry.
yeah, I'm gonna run over. And I'm gonna start waving. I'm like, I have had a change of heart. I would like the drug prize, please.
And I don't.
She's like, oh, wonderful. That would be 1 gold piece. And she picks one up and holds it.
I go, oh, lovely, Lily. Oh, lovely. Let me just... And then I cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
Can it be an advantage? Is she surprised?
She is surprised.
This is amazing. Okay. Can it be an advantage?
It is an advantage.
Okay. 21.
Jesus!
That's going to hit.
I mean,
Are you rolling with the straw dice?
No.
I was gonna say.
Betrayal.
was
Well, I mean, the first one was like a 9. So. We got... how much damage is this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking lot of damage. 3d8. And then if you use level 2 or higher, it's 1d8 for each level above.
That's 20 thunder damage.
How much was it?
20, I got a 4 and 2/8.
Okay. She's like, ah!
Haha! Fiend, I have tricked you! I draw my sword.
She kind of hisses and backs away, and she's like, no, don't attack me, please.
You're a hag, of course I attack you. Why would I not?
I can give you information. I know much about this land.
Like what? We have figured out that it is cursed and it is Strahd and it's not real. It's not the real world. Our world, at least.
We're in
It
the
is
Matrix.
different.
What are the citizens doing?
Oh, they all left.
Okay.
Went in their houses, like as she was going up to this house.
Alright.
What could you possibly offer me?
She looks at you for a second and says, the amber. You have the amber. I can tell you where it goes.
I am listening.
Do I have your word that I can live? And go about on my way?
I don't know about on your way. I do not like you eating the child.
I do not think we should make deals with hags.
I would not eat the child.
She would not eat the child.
That child, yes.
I will leave my cart. All I ask is my life.
Do not trust it.
I mean,
Yes, it. Foul creature.
I'm going to cast message.
Okay?
That lets me just hold on.
No, you speak into a blue coil.
So hold on.
Speak into a blue coil.
Are you trying to talk to me?
Yes.
I can just telepathy.
Sorry.
But that's one way.
Is
Is it? I'm pretty sure
Only-
telepathy is one way.
Only we can hear when I speak. Only we can hear
No,
it.
you and Trojan Sugar can speak telepathically with each other.
Alright.
But I can cast message as a cantrip, and only we can hear it.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm
then
gonna...
you, don't you have to be within the word constraints or whatever?
No.
Whatever.
That's sending.
I'm going to cast message and say and whisper my word.
You don't have to whisper.
well, yeah, but like only you can hear. She can have my word, not yours.
I see your meaning.
You have my word that I will not slay you. If you tell me about what I want to know. How did you know that this is what I wanted?
She says it's written all over you.
I look down at my armor. I mean, the cloth is kind of sunset, but I would not say it's amber.
But do not think that I didn't notice your specific wording.
I don't know what you mean.
I am trying to be straightforward. I can offer you information about Strahd, information about this land, information about the things you seek. All I ask is that I get to walk away from here alive. Should we meet again, you would not be bound by anything.
I would say...
Do you want to know how I make the pastries?
Okay, maybe this deal sounds pretty good.
They are a rip-off and you know it, but... I would say that if your information is valuable, then we would have a deal. But I do not want to strike a deal with you and then have you go, oh, Strahd is cursed. Goodbye. And that is not something that will happen.
Do you know much about the word of hag?
Do I?
Deals. We can't go back on them so easily. You know this is true, Lucian. I can promise you I can give you useful information.
What the hag says is true, however, it is still a creature of evil.
It is a creature of evil in a land cursed and full of evil things.
Yes, but that doesn't excuse evil.
It does not, but that's why we are here. Well, not the main reason we are here, maybe you, but if we run across evil, we kill it, and this information can help us cure more evil.
I think that the Vishtani will give us plenty of information.
I am not certain about that.
Lucas, you've noticed that the sword has slowly rotated and is pointing at the hag, and it's right next to you.
It's a fly paint.
It has chosen you.
Okay. I'll touch him. I'll touch the sword.
Okay?
I'll pet him.
Any sort of communication whatsoever?
Sort of. You are instantly attuned to the blade.
Oh.
Okay.
And you can sense a directed, desire of the sword to stab this hag.
How close are we?
You're right there. The sword is telling you it's making its position known.
Okay. I have a -1 in strength, so if the sword does anything, I can't stop it.
It doesn't do anything.
But I'll hold on to it.
As of note, it doesn't feel like its weight.
Okay. Huh.
Look,
Intriguing.
I
Well, I feel like if I
the more information we have, the better. And we are not guaranteed information that this hag may have.
While they're all talking, can I take a thing off the card?
Oh, go ahead.
Nobody sees me?
Maybe they do. Do you try to hide it?
Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Can I just roll 20s?
This is amazing.
Roll 20 and whatever you have for sleight of hand.
Oh my god, 17.
Is it for insight or perception?
Perception.
For sleight of hand?
I got a fucking 17 on perception.
That's 11.
It'll be your passive.
Ah, fuck.
That's
Oh,
a
passive
7.
perception?
7?
That's
I got a
13.
7
I have...
perception.
No, wait. I have a 9 in passive.
So, you all see her reach over and take one of the...
What are you doing?
You're not going to talk to me when you're arguing with somebody else, please.
The young lady that...
I have it about to take a bite out of it when he yells at me.
Hey! Stop!
I would not advise that.
She's going to steal your dreams.
I put it back on the cart. Slowly.
I grow tired of this.
No, just... You can take all of the pastries
We
Is
don't
that
want
bad?
them.
How
Is
do
that
you
bad?
make the pastries?
at the old bone grinder. The windmill.
The old bone grinder.
Are there bones in the pastry?
Not whole bones, but yes.
I back away from the cart. I back away from the cart and I whisper to Rainier, in a cough whisper, magic missile.
She has information about Strahd and other things.
Lucy's just gonna attack her. He's done with this.
Sebastian kind of right here too. If finding out that the thing is evil and wants to eat a child,
Are we gonna get some GTA stars for this? Who's around? I know he's gonna
No one.
No one's around.
I don't think anyone's
Alright.
gonna care if we kill her.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Slay this guy.
If anybody gives me the okay, I'm stabbing. I'm going stabby.
I just
Or
think...
I guess the sword is doing it. But
Well, you have control of the sword.
yeah,
but he's saying
I
it's
know.
giving him the okay.
Yes.
So it's like, yes.
Like I
Yes.
do it.
Slay her.
Do it.
Does the sword, can he hear anything in his head when he holds it?
I don't think I get words or anything. I think I just get intent.
Yeah.
I just...
My intent for you right now is to stab this hag. Do it.
All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll my dice now.
All right.
Meow.
Rainier's half-heartedly but guys, the information.
1 second.
Where's the child's life?
I assume we're just gonna
But
roll
the
initiative
child
at
will
this
be
point.
safe. She said she'll just leave.
Maybe.
Okay, so what am I? Quick question.
Stop it.
Does the sword have stuff that it needs to roll or anything?
No.
Is the sword silver, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It's silver. It's magic, and right now it feels like a sword that you can just use as it's nothing.
Yeah.
Just pokes her and she
You're going to
bursts
use your
into fire.
intelligence bonus.
18 to hit.
She blows
That's
up like
gonna
a
hit,
balloon and just
And
pops.
that's an extra plus.
And we're all just
So yeah, I don't have this item in my inventory because you never gave me. It wasn't because it's not really in my inventory, so I don't know what the damage is or anything.
You can put it in there. It's a 1d10 damage from the regular sword.
Wow. Time to
Regular.
roll one. I rolled a 10.
Hey,
Alright.
it has a 1 in it.
You forgot the 0.
I don't know if it's plus anything.
It is.
Plus, no kidding.
I'm trying to pull up the item. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
It's a 30 to hit, not the...
No, it's plus 30, judgmental damage. Get stabbed, you're just being judged the whole time.
Just as you're getting stabbed,
Holy
you feel
beam.
that if it had eyebrows, I'd be
Wow,
raising
he's
one of them.
No, it's like the penance stare for Ghost Rider. It says it's just judgmental looks.
And it's stabbed.
So, yeah. Roll an extra d12. Extra.
14 then total.
14 total. And then I believe. So yeah, you deal 14 damage with this thing. She screams out, and the sword casts Gias on the
I feel
On the
like
head.
this sword is worse than the drugs.
And the hag screams out. Blinding light bursts from her eyes, and
Well, actually, hey, I have built-in sunglasses.
a symbol appears on her forehead, and she says,
Is it in the shape of an L?
God, no.
No, it's
please.
Mothman.
Fuck you.
almost unable to resist, says, Strahd has mastery over the land and the weather, and his spies include the Vistani. The Vistani's camp is in the west, on the shores of the Ser Pool, and another one on the outskirts of Vallaki. Strahd has enemies in Barovia, the fallen knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon. These revenants are in the ruined mansion west of Vallaki. And Strahd's most carefully guarded secret is a temple of forbidden lore hidden in the mountains. The temple can be reached by following the long and winding Solenka Pass. And then she collapses.
What?
Well, there's your information.
Sebastian, I don't know how close Sebastian is to this happening.
Well, we're all,
he backs up, please don't stab me.
Yeah, fucking,
I'm just
Rainier's...
gonna real quick, drop the sword, and I assume it just floats there.
As soon as you let go, it positions itself so that if you wanted to grab it real easily, it would be right there.
Yeah, Rainier takes a step back, looking at, Lucas.
Lucian's just that iCarly meme. Interesting.
What was that? What did you do?
I just stabbed the hag, and all that other stuff happened.
Did you do it? Was that you?
No.
Was it the sword?
I'm pretty sure.
Why did you stab the hag with the sword?
Because the sword is really convincing.
Penny? Was that you?
The sword doesn't respond to you.
Oh. Look, I think maybe you guys want to go to the bar? Let's just...
I'm sorry. Can we talk about what the hag just said?
Yes.
There's a lot.
Not over the
side.
hag's dead body.
I'm gonna
dead?
nudge the hag with my foot. Is she dead?
Be careful.
She
She bites your
she's
toe.
not.
She's not dead?
Not dead.
I stab her.
Jojo Beamer.
This is just a continuous... All of us get real close, and then someone stabs them. Then we all get close again. Another person stabs.
My case is a /7's heart.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
It's an auto-critical.
Oh, hey,
Oh
cool.
boy.
So roll damage and double it.
Oh, fuck yeah. 24 damage?
Alright.
What weapon do you have?
A rapier?
You just poke, and then the whole body just... like a Gallagher hammer just hit it.
Is she still alive?
She is still alive. She's got a lot of HP.
I do
Wow.
it again.
Magic missile.
Stop! She's already dead!
13? Oh, wait, do I get advantage? Do I just stab her?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I coup de grace?
Yeah, you guys finish her off.
You guys.
Yeah, I stab her a
no,
bunch.
no, not you guys. We all stand around and
Stab.
just stabs this.
Is that?
I mean, I started it, so.
To be fair, you were convinced by a sword.
Okay.
I mean,
We did it.
No, says the one that was the most resistant to killing.
Because
I'll look around.
I need
I'll
need
look around
information.
and
No,
I know, but that's really funny.
I'm gonna from my back there'll be a journal that's kind of positioned there. I'm gonna take that, open it up, and write down all the information that she just told us, along with all the information that I've already written down in the journal from my journeys across the land, and especially there's a tab marked Barovia 2 Electric Boogaloo. And so I write
This one?
all this new information down. And I'm gonna go, this is very interesting.
Well, now there will be no more drugs on the street.
Time to corner the market.
I'm gonna.
Except there's a free cartload of drugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking. I was literally about to say. I glance at Esme. I'm like, do not fucking eat one.
So-
There may be more hags, and they may just be addictive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Lucian's gonna use poison spray on them.
What poison spray?
Why can't we
No,
purify
listen,
it? Are we hungry? Have we eaten?
No, do not.
no
Just
more spell slots.
leave the drugs alone. I will take. I'm going to take care of something
Just seems
very
wasteful.
fast.
Leave the drugs alone.
Leave the drugs.
Everyone, go back to your homes. I'm gonna take care of something.
I walk
real
up.
quick.
Tom, I walk up to the door and I knock.
What door?
No one
The door that
answers.
the hag was going into.
Right.
Hello? Is there anyone home? I try the door.
It's locked.
We have killed the hag. You do not need to fear.
Okay.
Oh man, we were supposed to take her money. That was our money.
Fuck!
What's the hag got on her? Hey, I might actually get some money. I
Give me
might
1
not
second.
be poor anymore. You broke. Yes, I have 0 currency.
We have killed the hag.
Give me 1 moment to pull that up. Yeah, you search the hag, and she has...
Nothing.
Let's see here.
10 platinum on her. Not.
Not quite.
Probably has quite a few gold pieces though, because each one of the pies is a gold
Yeah,
piece.
she did sell some pies at some point today.
I start pushing the cart around, taking up her business.
No.
You just take the cloak off her and...
Who raised you? Stop it.
Who raised you?
She has 120 gold.
Nice.
Whoa!
So
Can we split that up?
20... We will in a minute.
That's like
What else does she have?
Wow.
That's it, just the 120 gold?
Does she have like a ring or
She
a
had stuff in the
jewelry?
cart. No, she did not.
Oh, I searched the cart.
All right.
So
You
that's 30
find
gold for each of us.
several locks of hair
Ew.
in like a rack, all like pinned to something, like a board.
I point it out to everybody. And I go, ew, look at this.
Give yourself 30 gold. Yeah, cool.
I say,
30 gold
got 30
each.
gold.
huh?
30 gold each.
Okay. I say destroy that. Destroy that.
Agreed. Is there anything else?
A whole bunch of dream pastries.
Do
I'll
not
leave them
eat.
alone.
Do not eat them.
I still
Okay.
say I should use acid spray on them.
Do not if the peasants want to eat them and get high, let them.
Do they get high though? Or is that
Maybe.
just a scam?
It might be the ones we saw earlier seem very high.
Hey Tom, I have
Does
a
anyone-
tinderbox. Can I light this thing on fire?
It'd take a while, but yeah.
I snap my finger, cast prestidigitation, I light the cart on fire.
He's over there, Sebastian's like... trying to get the matches to go.
Who here knows how to break into houses? Not the
Why are
literal
we
break.
Why are we going to
We are-
another house?
Okay, this is the only breaking and entering I will.
Are we
Start.
not concerned about
This is the
child
only one I was
That is what I am saying. We
Who
must.
was about to give offer of a child to this hag?
We need to go into the house to make sure they are all right.
Let's do it.
Who knows how to break into a house? This is just this
A
thing.
voice from inside says, "Go away!"
We just saved you.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. The hag was coming for them.
He was gonna pay her for something.
We want nothing to do with your trouble. Go away.
What did you
Trouble.
want with the hag?
I feel like
You were about to deal with a hag.
They don't respond.
Yeah, now you don't respond because it
How many
is
floors
true.
is this building?
Fuck, it's turning into Russian.
It's like 3 or 4.
Is there a window?
That is.
There is, yeah.
Dang.
I go and peer
real
into the
adamant
window.
about getting into this building.
The curtains are drawn.
What about the ones further up?
They look like they're mostly drawn. Look, some of them might be partially open.
We are coming into this house. We are not going to just.
Alright.
We are not just going to
Yeah.
accept. Oh, well, I just wanted to deal with the hag and sell my child to her. That is not something that we will just
Are
accept.
we determined to get into this house?
You just
Rainier
said
evidently
that we don't need to
is.
solve every problem in this
Okay.
town, and now you go.
Rainier?
This is a child being eaten
Hey,
by
hey,
a
hey.
hag.
Rainier.
Like, willingly.
Rainier,
What?
You're a yes to go in the house.
Yes.
Yes or no?
If
I'm a
nobody...
follower.
Okay.
I'll wait to see.
If nobody knows how to pick the lock, I will kick
If
it in.
she wishes to go inside, I will go with her.
Okay. Are you opposed?
As far as I'm concerned, we dealt with the hag, so we dealt with the problem.
We dealt with
You
the
go
hag,
back
but
to the bar, then.
this man may be
Alright,
just like...
Separate the fucking party? That sounds like a bad idea.
I'm going to kneel down. I'll open up the small chest that I have with me, and I'll take out my rope. And there's still nobody on the streets, right?
Correct.
Okay. I will just start climbing up the wall. And I will get to one of the windows that seems relatively open. I'll test to see if it's open.
It's open.
Alright, I'll peek inside.
There's no one.
Is there anything that I could tie a rope to?
Yeah, there's like a heavy bed in there.
Okay, I will tie a rope to the
How
bed,
would you climb up the wall?
and I will peer out the window, and I'll go, I'll motion for everyone to climb up, and I'll also give the whole, be quiet motion.
As of note, he literally just Spider-Man'd his way up the wall.
Are we like? Does anybody seem taken aback by that?
Was
You
that...
certainly are.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, it's a spell.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait,
I'm
but
just
that
like-
spell,
I
that
also-
spell has components, though.
I also make
Yeah,
magic
Make an
items.
Arcana check to see if you know that.
15.
15? Yeah. Spider climbing the spell does require components. You have also seen him make devices. So maybe he has a magic item that does it.
I'm also wearing a cloak that has darkness on the inside.
Yeah. How did you
Alright.
do that?
Did you climb up?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll climb up.
How did you
Everyone
do
be
that?
stealthy.
Oh,
I'm gonna
do we
roll
need to make
stealth check.
checks? Yeah.
What do we need? To
I
do?
have... Hey,
Stealth check.
I'm just not gonna roll again. I have disadvantage, but the first roll was a 2.
Ooh, that's an 18.
Hey,
Okay.
Do we?
And
And that was with the
do
Strahd die.
So y'all make it up. Not
15 for
as,
stealth.
not everyone as quietly as the others.
alright.
Dum, dum, dum.
I could barely hear you a couple times. Something about the fact that you're over there with it pointing that way is making it hard to hear your voice. Turn it towards you.
There you go.
The,
There you go.
the front with the symbol should be pointing at you.
Okay.
I said I have a 15 for my stuff.
Of
Alright.
course, I will come up after, because...
Am I loud enough to where I just fucking know that they know we're here?
Yes.
Yeah, me and
We are
Miles
having
did-
some words with you.
did very poorly.
He just stomps over to the door.
Yeah,
sheet.
I'm gonna... Rainier's going to walk over to the door and go, we are having some words with you.
Long story short,
Uh-huh.
you come to a family that is barricaded in the back of the house. They've got a small boy that the mother is holding on to, and the father has a broken up piece of wood with nails stuck into it that he's ready to defend himself with.
I'll put that down before
As far
somebody
as
gets
you
hurt.
know, that they've been like that since the hag first arrived. And you having come into their house like this, put that down doesn't mean anything. He takes a swing at you.
Okay. Can I take the dodge action?
No, you don't have time for that.
Okay.
It's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah, he just hits you with it, and is clearly terrified.
Okay, stop with that. Stop with that. We are not coming here to take a child or anything, but that hag was. And
I know!
Did you sell your kid to that hag?
yeah, did you sell your kids as a hag?
She came to demand him as payment
For
For
what?
what?
for dream pastries.
Why did you buy the dream pastries from her? Without money?
I don't owe you any explanations. Get out of my house.
Well, are you going to do it again?
Help! Help! Somebody help! I'm being attacked!
No, you are not. You attacked me.
He takes another swing at you.
Screaming help in this town doesn't do
Critical.
much.
Oh,
Um,
this is where Rainier dies.
that's 6 damage.
How embarrassing would that be?
6, 5, 4. Okay. Ow!
What's the
He turns to his wife and says, "Run! Go out the back! I'll hold them off!"
I'm gonna
Hold
cast
them up
Calm
from what?
Emotions.
What are you talking about?
Make a persuasion check.
No, I'm gonna
disadvantage.
cast Calm
Okay.
Emotions.
Oh, okay.
So they have to make a save of 13 charisma.
Hey, going forward, I'm gonna be taking the dodge action.
Also, I'd like to know what the sword has to say about all this.
Stares at you judgmentally.
Yeah, he rolled a 10.
Oh,
What did he have to beat again? Just so
13.
what's that?
He had to beat a 13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden he calms down and it's like, oh. And seems surprisingly dazed by it.
Cool.
So I have to
everybody-
roll still?
Yeah, sorry for
Do
bursting.
I have to roll still?
For
Persuasion?
yes.
Okay.
Everybody just take a break.
Ooh.
I want to ask him some questions.
Fuck! The first one was a 19. The second one was a 7 plus 3, so 10.
Okay. He seems to have calmed down enough that you could probably ask him a question. The wife and kid, though, have run out the door.
Vi,
What? No.
Wait,
What's
what
the deal with these dream pastries? Why is everybody eating them? Like, what do they do? How long has she been selling them?
Oh, they give you good dreams. Oh. Why did you come into my house?
because you were trying to sell a child.
I was not! Do not lie!
Okay. You bought things from a hag without the money to do so.
I bought things for an old woman
Okay.
who was selling pastries from a cart in the street.
We were concerned
Wait.
for the child, but obviously our concern was unneeded. We
But why-
apologize.
If it was just a old woman, why were you barricaded and so scared?
Because she came later to tell us that the payment was our child.
It was just an old woman, though.
Not the second time.
Ah, okay.
You are a fool, an idiot. Get out of my house.
I
You do
am,
not understand this land. This is Barovia.
I am starting to understand.
Hopefully you survive long enough to live to see anything that goes on here.
We killed the hag.
Yeah,
For
we
you.
killed her.
Let's
She's
just go.
dead.
There's nothing more to accomplish here.
You should stay till midnight. Take a look at the ghosts. See
I
if you can
did.
spot some relatives.
They were not. I saw them.
Did anybody else see him?
All of you were asleep.
Except for him. Her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
I did not mean to cause you alarm, but if all the things you say are true and the things that, you have told me are true about Barovia and how everybody knows that it's so bad, then be more careful.
If
He
it
looks
makes
at you with this look of like, I can't believe this idiot is saying this to me.
if it makes a difference, there's a whole cart of dream pastries outside your door,
No, do not eat some.
and no one's selling
They are
them.
Burn
drugs.
them.
I have.
But didn't you buy some?
I
Oh,
cast
we burned
burst-
them.
Yes, I burned them.
You did not.
False
Prestidigitation
advertising.
can't set a cart on fire.
It can't start. Oh, yeah, I thought
They can light a
prestidigitation.
candle or a campfire. or
Why
something
do you want us to burn them if you had purchased some? Don't you like them?
No, dude.
Oh my
Well, that would
god,
be-
these people. He says,
That would mean
"Listen,
that he doesn't.
if a random cart was selling food goods and you're like, oh yeah, I would like one, but that seems kind of expensive, and says, oh, take one, I'll come back and get payments when you have another thing. I'll be coming around a lot. And then so you take a pastry, you eat the pastry, oh wow, that is a crazy thing, I didn't know you could have good dreams from pastries. And then a witch shows up at your house and demands your child.
So she scammed you.
Well, technically, would it be scamming if it actually accomplishes what it's meant to?
Will you all please leave my house?
Viva.
Yes.
Is that your only weapon?
What?
We're
The
leaving.
board hold on. The board with the nails in it. That is the only form of defense you have?
Have you seen the prices at the only general store
Oh,
in
yes.
this town?
They are ridiculous. I thought you would maybe have a knife or two.
I do have several kitchen knives. Now, would you like to take an inventory of my larder now?
No.
I clearly can't stop any of you from barging into my house and doing whatever you want and lecturing me about stuff that you understand nothing about.
Can we maybe provide you with a weapon so that you can protect your family better?
How much is a sword?
I have 2 daggers. Could I give him one?
I have a dagger.
He has
as well.
daggers. They're kitchen knives.
10 times whatever a sword's normally worth.
I don't know what that is.
As a peace offering.
You're going to leave my house?
Yes.
That would make a wonderful peace offering.
Would you also like a dagger?
I would like you all to leave.
Okay. I walk backwards with my hands up.
We'll just go back out the cave just down the rope.
Yeah, we take the window
I'm
back.
just imagining you're going back and you accidentally trip over it. And you're
I do not want you to be defenseless if this happens again. You know you could not have stopped her.
Welcome to Barovia.
Can I show you a thing or two about fighting? Swordplay?
Come back and talk to me after that armor strangles you to death in your sleep.
Is it armor? Is it... What?
The army of the house.
Oh, yeah.
You're not the first one that the Death House managed to take, even after they burned it down.
I'm built different.
The death house has been burned before?
Wait, yeah!
How many times has the death house burned to the ground?
Since I was a child, hundreds.
See, this is information that is useful.
Did we actually see the house burn to the ground?
Yeah.
Or did it look like it was being consumed by the flames or no?
Oh, absolutely.
How long have you been here?
My whole life, I was born here.
How long?
Just as a note, Sebastian
rude to
kind of
ask his age.
He walks out the door and slams it behind him.
Sebastian
really
is
funny.
His front door?
Back door. The one he was telling his wife not to go from.
Look, this seems very...
This is really funny that people break into your house and they're asking you questions, and you get so frustrated you just leave.
This has been a bit of a shit show, yes, but we have new information, very interesting information.
I want to see if that house is still there. Or not.
Yes, let's just go
Do we
back.
walk by?
Real quick, how much time is left in the day before we're supposed to meet up with the Vasani?
That passed hours ago. I missed the cart.
You got plenty of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
Is there really-
Sebastian
Let us-
is also kind of curious if the house is burning down as well. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move.
by the way, while this was all going down, just I don't know, Sebastian saw that everything was fine and was like, all right, I'm not gonna be here anymore. I'm going out and I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
next to the bottom of the roof for you guys.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm
Although
gonna
I suppose
push.
that the reason it had been burned times before and came back would have been that the children hadn't been laid to rest, perhaps.
Maybe.
Let's check it out.
I'm gonna
Perhaps.
push the cart away from the house, and then I'm gonna use a tinderbox to set it on fire. Fuck you.
Okay, it takes you a little bit, but you do it. And you start. Where are you going to head to?
Death house.
The house that we burnt down.
Okay, you go. It's a smoldering ruin.
Oh.
Perhaps it comes back though. We will see if we
Can I get a
return.
closer look at it? Can I see if there's anything
Sure.
in the breeze? What would that be?
An investigation check.
Okay.
I have a feeling that there are many people that we will want to help, and we will not be able to, and they will not want our help either.
Yeah, we should probably get used to people reacting to us that way.
15.
Especially if we're going to break into their house.
To be honest, it is a reasonable reaction to yell at and hit somebody with a stick who has broken into your home.
Agreed.
Though, I will say, this person has literally saved them from their own mistakes.
15, Mr. Dean.
I think I did not appreciate that we killed that guy.
15 for investigation.
Alright. There's nothing of value or anything like that. It's all rubble and ash.
I vote we go back to the bar, rest a bit, recuperate, stop talking to strangers on the street.
We shall go back. We will look at the information we now have. I write down the stuff that we just learned in my book, and also I have an item from the house that I took while we were running. It looks interesting, and I'm gonna bring out the orb. Can I tell if it's magic or not?
You can't off the top of your head.
It might be magic.
Before we get to that, you guys start walking your way back to the inn, and Rutka, the son of the leader, one of the guys, the big guy, comes out and meets you and is like, "Hi, how are you doing? We're going to speed things up a bit. Looks like," and he gestures over down the street, and there appears to be a group of a crowd gathering together. You see torches and pitchforks. You
What
don't
have
know
you
why,
done?
what's going on.
I told you we shouldn't have burned their drug cart.
And it's like a couple things have happened. Looks like, and this happens sometimes when people get particularly upset for various reasons. They're not too crazy about us. We're going to be leaving in a little bit here. And
Are they
actually
attacking you?
not yet, but they can get themselves riled up. But we're going to cut the episode there.
You're welcome.
All right, that is
Well, we're not just stuck in recording.
which episode of this? Which
But now
episode
you
is
know
this?
where
5?
the episode
This is
ends.
episode 5.
All
You're
right,
welcome.
that was episode 5 of Mists of Dread. If you like what we're doing, spread the word. Word of mouth is how we get around. If you have friends that would like all this cool stuff happening, tell them about it. That's really it. I
We
love
have
you.
social media: Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, Instagram.
Spotify.
That's not really social media, but yes, we're on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts. Yeah.
Not
YouTube.
yet.
Listen to us. Tell all your friends. I am not hypnotizing you. No, that would be ridiculous.
And if you want our merch,
Oh my
make
God, it's
some, because we
Strahd.
don't have merch.
Yes, Strahd is sitting right here next to me.
Hey, if you
Always
want
watching.
merch and maybe we'll make it. I don't know.
I don't
Put it
think
in the
so.
suggestion box.
Put it in the suggestion box we don't have. If somebody yells at me that they want Mists of Dread merch, maybe I'd make it.
Maybe.